And
bonus content.
all right, so
Need some water.
I think with this bonus content, it's not going to be like a normal one that we do. I think it's just more of an interesting thing that I don't think we've really gotten into too much that we need to get into. All right. And, if you never went to MEPS, you would have never blessed us with this story. So let's just start there. Thank you for going to MEPS because you wouldn't be sitting where you are today if you didn't do it. Neither would I. I'd probably be still in the basement.
Still in the basement, borrowing my dad's car.
Yeah, still in the basement.
Is that what you do in the basement?
Working the pavement. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. No, I don't.
Oh, union? You union?
Yeah, you union.
Oh, you good kid.
Electrical.
Yeah. Great video.
Yeah. It's very union over there.
Very union.
I could go real off the rail here, but we won't.
We won't.
But you're a very, how do I put it? Interesting guy. All right. In a good way. Okay?
When you say, how do I put it and stop and go, interesting guy makes it very
Anyways,
awkward.
let me explain. So when I came to recruiting, where I got my orders, Chief Dowden here was my sponsor.
I was a first class at the time.
He was a first class at the time. He was my sponsor, and he was giving me all the ins and outs of what's going to happen. My wife is actually from Indiana, and we came to Indiana, before I transferred. I was still living in Virginia.
You were on leave.
And we were on leave, and I was like, you know what? Why don't I go meet Dowden so I can, get the vibes, see what it's like. And, he had this article about him being a magician. Now, do I know any magicians? No, but now I do. But I didn't know any legitimate magicians. I knew guys that did card tricks, and it was just like a little thing. But Claire said, very interesting. More words to explain Chief Dowden. Yeah. But
who said it?
That was Claire.
Oh.
But I was like, I was getting a little nervous. All right. Because, when you work on the ship, or at least when I did, I had a bunch of people I worked with. And I was like, how is this FC guy going to be who's also a magician? I just didn't know how that was going to work out. So when I went back, I was like, guys, my LPO is a magician. And they were like, oh, shoot. And I said, no. He's like a legit magician. Like, he has an article written about him, about how he did magic internationally. And they actually were like, oh, well, that's pretty dope.
Yeah.
And, the more I got to know Chief Dowden, I was like, oh, okay, this guy is just an all-around great guy. And then you did a magic trick, and I was blown away. And it was simple. And
there's it's one of the things I tell people about, and I think the reason that we wanted to talk about it, and maybe on an episode we'll go through some stuff, but I like to let people know that, like, you joining the military is not getting rid of who you are. You're still an individual. Like, yes, you become the military, you become the Navy or whatever, but you're still, you, and you're an individual, and you have those things. You meet some of the most amazing people in the military, amazing musicians. I'm a musician as well. And I am a magician, and shout out to my cousin, Jake Rao, because he actually got me started. And it was just something that I did for fun. And when we went on a deployment, when we go out to sea, people would ask me to do magic tricks for them. And when we were on a deployment, a buddy of mine said, why don't you ever film any of it? I said, I don't know. And he started filming me. We go into countries. And so I have videos of me doing magic tricks in, like, Dracula's Castle and in Croatia and on the top of Mount Etna in Sicily and in Spain. And it kind of caught wind. And the captain I had at the time did not like magic at all. and we had an MC or a mass communication specialist, and their job on deployment is literally to document deployment, like send things home, stories. And she wanted to write a story about me and doing magic. And I'm sorry, like there's some piece of equipment started like humming real bad.
The printer has a mind of its own.
So I told her, yeah, sure. And she has to get it approved to send off. And it ended up on like Navy.mil and a couple newspapers back here at home and on some regional stuff. And it was just really cool to get to do that and get to do that magic everywhere.
Yeah, and here it is. This is what I need to know. I haven't seen you do this fire trick.
Yeah, that's real fire. So it's weird because she took that picture.
It's a good shot.
Somebody said something like, is that fake or was that photoshopped? And no, I'm actually using just a thing. It's called flash paper. And it burns really bright, really hot, and you do it in your hand. And we were trying to get a picture of it, and she did. So you can see the coveralls that we wear when we're out to sea. And I'm standing on the flight deck, actually, of the USS Cole because we're on deployment. And at the time, I was a second class, so performing a magic trick on board the Arleigh Burke class guided missile destroyer USS Cole, DDG 67. So we were in Fifth Fleet operations and we were all over the place. So I actually have this. This is the story written by mass communication specialist, third class Green. And what they do is anytime that they write a story about you when you're on deployment or on the ship, they send it to every newspaper like within 50 miles of where you're from. And I came in out of Kokomo, Indiana, and that article was actually in the Middletown like weekly Gazette thing. And it was like a full page. So that was kind of cool, and you find out when it goes in there, and they had it in the Pharaohs Tribune, which is in Logansport, and the Kokomo Tribune. It was just something I got to do. And we'll have to definitely check out the videos, but just wanted to kind of talk about the different things that you get to do and that you get to see, and you get to continue to be yourself. We had a band on the ship actually that they put together. They brought stuff and would practice and play. So, what do you got there?
You just made me think of it. They'll even have on like the Facebook pages, they'll come around and take pictures. So here's a young petty officer. Oh my gosh, this is not a petty officer. This is Fireman Levesque here.
Wow.
They'll tell you, like it even says here, electrician's mate fireman Austin Levesque from Attleboro, Massachusetts. Little things to put home. Like you can even see people that I know saying stuff.
I think there was there's also stuff, and let me see if I can find this and send it to you real quick. Actually, there is. Yeah, I'm going to send this to you. There is little things that they do as well to send home when you're on deployment. Like, so we did a thing, and I can't find this one, but you could go in and they had kids books and they would set up a camera and you could read like a kid's story and send it home to your kids so that they could watch it for a bedtime story. So that was really cool. And I got to do that. And a lot of parents got to do that. So that was really neat. And then as soon as I can find it, we put together, it's really silly. It would be very silly to me and you, and it is. But we put together this video on deployment of just the letters of the alphabet, but doing naval words and like tracking Santa. And we did all this on deployment for fun and to send home to our families. Like it would go on the Facebook page so that we could show everybody like, hey, we're out here and we're still having a good time and we're having fun. So there is the Santa one. And I really want to send you the letters of the alphabet one as soon as I find it here, because it's a good one. Let's see if it'll play. So this is on the USS Cole. It's actually in combat. And for anybody who's in the Navy who's getting ready to say, "Oh, this is a security breach," no, this had to be vetted through a lot of people, and you can't see any secret information.
All stations air, check print track 1225.
Strength 9, 8 small targets followed by 1 large target.
No modes, no codes.
Negative yes, track 1225.
TO air, track 1225. Strength 9, no ES, no modes and no codes. Hold inbound, evaluate as unknown.
Super team away, port side. Super team away, port side.
OD, we have off to the port side a red light, a tiny reindeer with a carriage.
OD, TAO, set, Santa quarters.
Bridge eye. Go, set Santa quarters.
Set, Santa quarters. Set, Santa quarters.
NORAD, this is USS Cole. We have positive radar track on Santa, and he is inbound to the U.S. coast. Over.
Merry Christmas!
Oh my gosh. that was the loudest transition I've ever seen.
So we put that together, to send home on deployment for everyone, so it shows the kids, and it's just like a fun video. And so even when we're on deployment, we get to have fun and do some things, because everybody who is part of that, it was fun to be able to do that. I can't find the alphabet one, unfortunately, because it goes through all the letters of the alphabet, and it's super cool. It was literally just pretty much for the kids, and it has the da 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 playing in the background. It's A is for anchor, and it's like a bosun's mate holding an anchor, and then boat, and just little silly things. To some people, they'd watch and be like, "Wow, this is ridiculous," but it's really fun, and we continue to do that even when we're on deployment. It's just something that we like to do, and so people can see what we're doing out there. Here, try this one. This is short. The other thing is, if you have anybody that's out there, and somebody who's on deployment, you should send them mail, send them a care package. You ever get any good care packages while you're out there?
Yes, Lulu's Liberty.
Oh yeah. I've talked about that before, but Amazon, we talked about Amazon, and the one I just sent you, we put was all the mail, when we were out to sea, and we had to change directions a few times, as mission does. And this is a video that was put together on the same deployment. Here's how we get our mail, They bring it in on helicopters and drop it off, and we also do ship to ship. And hey, look, this is me.
What in the world?
Well, we got all the mail, and so we handed it down. We had to bring it into the mess deck so it could get sorted by division and stuff. So we're, hand over handing it, just like stores, but it's all mail. Care package. You see Amazon and
the way you guys do stuff
a lot of Amazon.
The way you guys do stuff on the Small Boy, it's like a family.
Bodybuilder.com is a big one. Amazon. I saw a Walmart box.
We would, on the ship, you would never, on the carrier, there would never be, something like that. There's, a whole room for this.
We have
specific,
we have a mail room, but it's small. And the best part is that this video is so that the person who just winked, that was MC3 Green. She's the one who put this all together. That was her chaplain. There's just joy when you're out there and you get a care package. You're just like, yes, a little taste of home. You know what I mean? So
yeah.
All the candy and stuff, because we have obviously, we have the ship store, but you don't have everything. So you know, we had a lot of people just send us different care packages. So again, you know, you can be yourself and you can take yourself with you. And, you know, I think that's just a big thing we wanted to hit is like having fun and continuing to do what you do. We did chili cook-offs and it was awesome. You know, deployment, they do things to continue to have fun.
Yeah. Man, I didn't know what the bonus content was really going to turn into, but I like it.
Yeah.
It's just like, you know, it just doesn't get talked about enough. Like, there's so much going on. Like, you have to have a regular life when you're out on a deployment. Like, it's not just like you're a zombie working 24/7. Like,
you want to show one card trick before we go?
Yeah. You could send that. Nathan Dunn said, "What's up, Chief?"
Yeah, what's going on, Dunn? Sorry I missed your call the other day, bud. He is a previous future sailor, graduate of Muncie Central.
Bearcats, right?
Bearcats. Let's see. So we'll throw one up for you here real quick. I just got to find it for Petty Officer Levesque to throw up. There's one specific one I'm trying to find.
Oh, next episode, I got the Island Boys to come in here.
Who are the Island Boys?
Just kidding. You don't know who the Island Boys are?
Nope.
God.
Just kidding.
You don't, though? For real? Let me show you a picture of them.
I'm trying to find this quickly. Thank you, everybody, for your patience. We'll edit this out and post.
No, we won't. I can't believe you don't know who the Island Boys are. Fields is a big Island Boys fan. You never seen the TikTok? It's like, I'm an island boy.
Oh, yes. Yes, I have.
Yeah, so they'll be here next week. Costs a hot $1 to get them in here.
Wow.
I'm just kidding. Field says, how did you know? Field says, I'm an island boy.
So talk about our other platforms and where people can find that. Now I will find this video because it is really driving me nuts. I can't find it right now.
Yeah, so if you're listening right now, actually you'd be watching right now. You're on YouTube or you're on Facebook Live. Where can you listen to the podcast version? Well, anywhere you could find podcasts, baby. You can find them on Spotify. You can find it on Apple Podcasts. You can find it on Amazon, Google Podcasts. I mean, you name it, we're there. We always put a link. Actually, if you're on our Facebook page, there's a link that says Linktree / Behind the Helm. Yeah, click on that and you can go to literally anywhere. You can go to both of our socials. You can, go to the podcast, everything.
All right, I give up. So I'm just going to send you the one from Croatia.
All right, thank you.
I'll send you the one from Croatia. So this is, I was trying to find the one in Romania at Dracula's Castle, and I can't find it. So this one is fine. So this is actually in Croatia. I believe the owner of this restaurant that we're at actually introduces the restaurant. So it's pretty cool. We were on location and this restaurant owner just absolutely, they loved magic. So this is when we pull this up, you can see that we're in civilian clothes. We are in another country. We're out for lunch and we're just enjoying the culture and like seeing these people. So
now remember, Chief Dowden's been in the Navy for a long time. So this was recorded back when flip phones were cool. So just get ready for that.
It's muted.
Yeah.
We're in the restaurant. What's the restaurant name again?
Start it over.
All right,
I want to make sure
one more
we're
card trick for you
in
with
Croatia.
BJ. All right, so you're here with Arcane. We're in Croatia. We're in the restaurant. What's the restaurant name again? Arus. All right, and we're going to do one more card trick for you with VJ. So, VJ, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through like this, and I want you to tell me when to stop, okay? You ready?
I'm ready. Stop.
Right there. Take your card. I want you to show it to this camera and show it to the other camera. Everybody got it?
He saw it.
Okay, now let me see it. Okay, I want you to put it anywhere you want in the deck. All right, just for those of you over there who, did you see his card here? Yeah. See his card here? Okay, now watch. It's going in the deck and gone, okay? It's all squared up, perfect.
It's still in there though.
Now,
It's still in there.
they gave me some coffee grounds. I'm gonna do something quite amazing with them. All right, so these are just regular coffee grounds.
Make coffee.
I'm gonna make some coffee. No, I'm just feeling the card here. I'm gonna take the coffee grounds. Watch. Oops, sorry. Wait, something's coming through there. Do you see that? Wait, was your card was it the 5? Was it the 5 of diamonds?
You know it was.
Do you see that? 5 of diamonds? Is that your card? All right, perfect. Hey, great. Thank you. It was great. 5 of diamonds. Have a good time.
About 3 Cs.
I'll clear my.
That was incredible.
Yeah, man.
I didn't know I got that far in the Magic. Like that was.
Yeah, that guy that was standing there that you could see, like in the white shirt, he was actually the restaurant owner, and he was just like thrilled because he asked me to come over and like he brought his family lived there. He brought his family down and took me over to another table and had me do a few other magic tricks for him, and it's fun.
I didn't know it was that deep with how coordinated and
Yeah.
wow.
Yeah. In fact, I think Claire's still watching and she makes a joke about that's how I got her to date me by doing a magic trick. And actually when I asked her to marry me, I used a magic trick, had to. So, but yeah, so that was all over. And I think the hardest part about it was a big challenge because you're talking different languages. So I'm a very
you're more vocal.
A performing person, vocal person when I do it. So getting to do those things overseas and do that. And yeah, somebody else had recorded that on a phone and then sent it to me. And I didn't realize the quality would be so bad, but you could see it. And,
I'm glad we were still able to see it.
We'll show some more some other time. We'll talk about it a little more, but
all right, guys. If you're on YouTube right now, go ahead and click right here to watch last week's video. Right? And don't forget to click right here if you'd like to subscribe. Thanks, guys.